again, with the baby bowler, right? So when we try and take the back, right? If they don't, when it comes to brown bowling, if I don't have to roll over, I'll do the roll, right? I'd rather just take the back through the baby bowler. Okay, so if he's gonna stand up and give me that reaction, I'm always just gonna take his back that way. Okay, but what's usually gonna happen is when I go, right? So same sequence, same starting. I'm gonna push as Jasper comes back in. Lift him up, right? Move his foot to the middle, swing around, give my deep belly heel hook and my drawstring grip. Okay. Once I'm here, right, Jasper knows that like his back's in danger. He's in danger of getting his back taken, right? So his option here is to just sit to the ground, right, and block my path, right? And this is when you would do the berimbolo and invert, okay? But in that situation, there's lots of different reactions that can happen, right? So we're gonna deal with some common ones before we have to do that inversion, okay? So again, if I don't have to do the Grammy roll, I'm not going to. And it just depends on what kind of reaction my partner's gonna give me in the situation. Right, so one more time, I push, Jasper steps back in, I lift up, move his foot to the middle, get my deep belly heel hook, my drawstring, and the far hand. Okay, Jasper's gonna sit down. Right, now in this situation, Jasper can do lots of different things, but a really common thing to do is see how he's like naturally spacing on one hand. So very common is they will space with two hands in the front of the way, right? And then they'll try to pull this hip away, right? Yeah, so just try to get away from me. So keep going, until like it's too far away from me to do anything, right? So just come down to that position. So in this position, right, what's happening here? If we take a look at this position, Jasper's hips are on the floor, so his butt's on the floor, right? His butt's really heavy. Both his hands are occupied, right? He's using both his hands to base and move, right? If his hands are occupied, that means he can't use them to defend. Now, if his butt's heavy here, right, like he's doing, he's trying to hip up his head and pull backwards, right? It's going to be really heavy on his hips, so that if I try to go for the berimbolo now and he starts surrender, he's going to be really heavy. I'm going to find it really hard to stack him, okay? So that's not the option that I'm going to go for. So when he's on the floor here, guys, and his butt's really heavy like this, all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my leg up and get to mount, right? Because his hands are facing behind him. He's not going to use his hands to be able to stop me. So whenever his hands, guys, and his hips are down, that's when I'm going to come up on top. Right, guys? Standing up. So from the start, right? Push, he comes forward, I lift him up, move his foot to the middle. Give my deep hook, grab his hands, now he's going to sit down. Right, both hands on the mat, he's trying to get away, so I'm going to start pulling myself and try to get to mount. Alright guys? Make sense guys? Okay, let's give that a go with your partners. 3, 2, 1.